How do you feel? How do you feel? Inspired? Yeah. Stretched a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. Recognition, like resonance, like you are them, they are you. Everything that you saw here today, you are capable of. Yes. Yes. You are. It is law. It's how it works. We've been talking about that. And so today I would like to talk about securing your success. You're here. We've talked about playing a bigger game. We've talked about clearing the gunk. And now let's talk about securing your success. And I want to ask you a question. Why were you called to be here with us? You here at the Mindset Retreat, you here. It's no coincidence. This is an unannounced bonus. You just need to sit back and soak it in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a bigger future vision of yourself. That's why you're here. It's no coincidence. You wouldn't have come to a mindset retreat if you didn't believe that there was this piece in you, this DNA that was meant for something bigger. In fact, I believe that your soul is calling for expansion and growth on a soul level. Would you say that that's true? Indeed, indeed. And I believe that you are an advancing entrepreneur. A stuck entrepreneur who wants to stay stuck does not come to learn about mastering the inner game of abundance. By virtue of you being here, I know that you're ready for progress. What is progress? Progress is a combination of taking big action and continuous forward motion, right? You take big action and you keep going forward. Right, Jenik? And guess what? The training never stops. You ask any really successful person, they don't lie back and say, well, I guess I'm successful now. I'm going to stop learning and take a nap. Seriously, do you know anybody like that? Ain't ever gonna happen. You're never gonna meet somebody like that. If you want a really great life, I believe that you must invest in yourself. We talked about making a commitment. We talked about that greatness does not go on sale. You must invest of your time, of your energy, your effort, your financial resources. You must invest in you. Remember I told you about investing in somebody else's business? I lost $50,000. I could have invested in me. I know I would have gotten the return on investment and then some. Because you are your greatest investment. You get to keep the learning. You are in control. And I believe that each of us is here for something great. Each of you is here for something great. But left to our own devices, very few people ever reach their potential. It's been my experience that without guidance, without support, without accountability, it is very difficult to play big consistently. There are just too many obstacles. New level, new devil. Shelley talked about it. There's too much stuff that can take you down. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Applying best practices is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. With all due respect, I am a common person. These are common people. With all due respect, they are not smarter than you. They don't have something that you don't have. I am not smarter than you. I don't have something that you don't have. We are the same. The difference is the power of accountability. The power of accountability is what creates big breakthroughs. Do you remember the law of association we talked about last night? Yes. The law of association states that who you associate with shapes who you are. Who you listen to and take advice from dictates your income. Who you spend your time with is who you quickly become. It doesn't mean that you ditch your friends and family. Don't be arrogant. It means that for every person in your life that doesn't support you, like Jessica demonstrated for us, like almost every single person here demonstrated, they were surrounded with people who didn't necessarily either get them or support them. It doesn't mean you ditch those people. It means that for every person that is like that, who questions you and doubts you, you bring on 5 super friends. It means adding some new people to the mix, new people to listen to, new people to learn from, new people to collaborate with, new people to celebrate and be celebrated by, new people to talk to when you need a soft place to land. Don't we all need a soft place to land sometimes? You know, being an entrepreneur, you can't talk to your clients when you have a failure. You can't talk to your vendors. You can't talk to your assistant or your employees. You can't talk to anybody except your super friends. People who think positively about their own future and they think positively about yours. People who have the best practices that you need. People who have been around the block, who have been exactly where you are right now, and who can say, ooh, watch out, around the corner. It gets a little slippery there. Okay, good, dude. Now stay here. Okay, good. Yep, go. Yep, I got you. I can see you. People with an abundance mindset, a victor mindset. People who do what it takes to stay in the vortex. People with the same values about growth that you have. People who are already where you want to be. what you achieve in your life and in your business is in direct correlation to the expectations of your mentors and your peer group. When you join a group of people, a tribe of people who are advancing entrepreneurs, and you come in and you say, "Oh, I'm not so sure I can do this." You know what they do? They grab a mirror and they turn it gently on you and say, "You know what I see? I see a lion. And I know you can do this. And I've got your back." And somebody else says, "Yeah, I've got your back too." And yet another person swoops in and says, "You can't fail at this. We got you." So I want to ask you a question. What does your current peer group talk about and complain about? No judgment. They are who they are, and we love them for their role in your life. But what does your current peer group let you get away with right now? Environment is everything. You are the product of the environment that you are in. The thing is, you can also switch your environment to be an environment that supports your success. Right, Stacy? Structured peer groups spark their members to achieve a higher level of accountability. Who wants to be just a little bit more accountable? Yeah. The right mentorship turns years into months and months into days. When you hear somebody say, "In the first few months of this year, I made more than I made all of last year," or "In 1 year, I doubled my income," or "In 1 year, with one of our key team members not even being here, we made 40% extra in our 7-figure business." That's turning years into months and months into days. The right mentorship also allows you to accomplish so much more than you ever would on your own, because you get the step-by-step guidance that you wouldn't otherwise have access to. The right mentorship pays for itself in a matter of months. Unconditional support helps you create uncommon results. Have you ever been so supported in your life where people say, "I got you. You have this. In fact, I'm going to stay here right next to you, talk to you every day, every morning for 5 minutes to make sure that you achieve your goal"? Accountability keeps you moving forward. And there is nothing wrong with the unspoken sense of healthy competition. Not the unhealthy, but the, I did say that I was going to get this done in the next 90 days. I don't want to show up and not have it done, right? The more little spikes you can create, right? So if you talk to your daily accountability buddy, or AB, as we say in our tribal language, You talk to them every day, you're going to do the thing that you said you were going to do. And you have all these spikes of activity. Every month you talk to your coach. Every week you talk to your coach. Every meeting you get things done. When you are part of this structured peer group built on accountability, you have spikes of activity that you would never have on your own. Why? Because we let ourselves get away with stuff. We surround ourselves with people who let us get away with stuff. When you are poorly supported, there's no expert coaching, there's no best practices, there's no accountability, there's no peer support, there's no skin in the game type of commitment. There's no encouragement and unconditional love. How do I know? I've been there. I've been to 3-day workshops where I've been pumped up. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm not necessarily the most disciplined person. Are you? Nope. By nature of being an entrepreneur, you are likely somebody who likes to start a lot of things. Would you say? What are you not necessarily good at? Finishing them. It's a blessing. That quick start piece, that willingness to take a risk is what allows you to no longer be working in a cubicle. Woo! But the bigger the front, the bigger the back. That quick start piece means that typically, before you finish this, you're off starting something else. So left to our own devices, we go and we get great content and we go home and, by next Thursday, we're back in our old environment. We have the spark, but it's not happening fast enough. There's also the DIY of, hey, you, me, let's hold each other accountable. I did that. It doesn't work. You want to know why? It's the blind leading the blind. People who are making the same or less money than you are going to coach you about best practices. They're going to tell you what works. Right. Because they have no skin in the game, eventually they stop showing up. They don't do their assignments. And it's a big royal waste of your time. The DIY method doesn't work because entrepreneurs are some of the most overwhelmed people on the planet. There's so much to do. Our income depends on us. Right, Katie? You don't know what you don't know about what's going to work. Should I do this? Should I do that? I am hearing about podcasting. You don't know what to do and what order to do it with. You don't even know what vendor to use, how much you're supposed to pay. Ooh, do I do this first or that? True? Can we just speak the truth? Say true. Entrepreneurs are also some of the loneliest people on the planet. It was demonstrated here over and over again. I'm the wackadoo. I'm the black sheep. People don't get us. When are you going to get a real job? Dude, just for the record, I am unemployable. If you knew me, really, you would know that. So when is an entrepreneur most productive and confident? It's when we are shown exactly what to do and how to do it. It's when we have structure and accountability, loving accountability. Not breathing down your neck ability. Accountability. It's, you did it, right? Cool. I'm proud for you. It didn't work. Okay, what happened? Let me help you. Okay, here you go. Yes, you did it. It's when we are regularly associating with other advancing entrepreneurs, when we can plug in quarterly, daily. Right, Jessica? It's not the blind leading the blind. But we've been talking about advancing entrepreneurs. What is an advancing entrepreneur anyway? Here's what I've discovered. Advancing entrepreneurs are people who don't reinvent the wheel. They're not trying to figure out how to do it on their own over a period of 10 years. They look at who's already done it, and they learn their best practices. Advancing entrepreneurs continually invest in themselves. Right, Victoria? They surround themselves with other advancing entrepreneurs. They're not stupid. I assure you. They're like, who's where I want to be and who's happily getting there? I'm hanging out with them. Woo! They are willing to do whatever it takes. Sometimes it feels a little uncomfortable, would you say? Yeah. They take chances because they trust themselves. Advancing entrepreneurs borrow other people's mastery to shorten their learning curve. They model already successful people. They are not too cool for school. They believe in continuous education. And they seek out systems that already work. They're going to move their ego to the side and say, I don't need to create a system for that if she has mastered it already and she is willing to give me not just the how, but the exactly how. And they also don't rest on their laurels. Advancement is key for them. They don't say, well, I'm successful now. I'm not going to learn anything else. I would just like to stay here at status quo for the rest of my life. And they always ask, what's next? And you may have been asking yourself, what's my next move? What'd I do after the mindset retreat? And some have asked about options for coaching. What is this CABS thing you are all seemingly so happy about that you keep joining year after year? It's called the Client Attraction Business School. A few years ago, I surveyed the landscape of business coaching. And what I've realized is, although there are some lovely business coaches out there, that standard business coaching is not meeting the needs of the advancing entrepreneur. It's meeting the needs of some entrepreneurs. But as an advancing entrepreneur, you want to avoid confusion. And you only want to do the things that will produce results. Standard business coaching goes like this. You want more clients? What do you think you should do to get more clients? What do you think you could do to get more clients? I'm sorry. I'm paying you to tell me what to do to get more clients. To leverage my business. To multiply my income. I want you to tell me what is the hiring process. What does an operations manual look like? What is an elevator speech that works to get clients? What do you say in a 1-hour speech so that you get 5 new clients. I'm paying you to tell me that. Don't ask me, right? Does that make sense? Yeah? You want to be shown exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. And you want, I'm guessing, strategies laid out in a step-by-step fashion, correct? Checklists, the closing of the sale script written out for you, so you, like Arena, close the sale 90% of the time. All of this that we're talking about is what allows fast action, fast implementation. What you're looking for is a proven process that you can just plug in and turn on. Correct? Yes. Advancing entrepreneurs sometimes feel isolated and misunderstood. For some reason, they don't have all these people rooting for them saying, I believe in you. They question you. To thrive, you need an environment where you can be really you. Be the real you that you really are. And be celebrated for you and your strengths and your talents and your skills and your abilities and your brownies. A community that champions you and keeps you in the vortex. And if you're anything like most entrepreneurs, you are someone that gets easily sidetracked with bright, shiny objects. And if you're anything like me, you thrive when you have structure, accountability, and regular check-ins. Yes? Yes. You thrive when you have access to a coach who knows what they're doing. So you stay on track and you produce results faster. Yes? Yes. Having step-by-step guidance and best practices leads to faster results. Makes sense, right? Having a supportive community and accountability leads to confidence. You're not alone. And that's when you achieve so much more than you ever would on your own. The results you saw here, when was the last time you talked to an entrepreneur at a party who said, I doubled my income in 1 year? That does not happen in the muggle world. And guess what? A traditional business school does not provide everything we just told you. And other business schools charge upwards of $40,000 a year without coaching, without accountability, without community, without support. And you don't even get to dance. And this is why we created the Client Attraction Business School. This is not your father's business school. It's the combination of business school and coaching created for how you are wired. It's a business school created by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. We understand how you're wired. We understand that you are easily distracted with bright, shiny objects. We understand that you need accountability, that left to your own devices, you wouldn't implement as much. That's why we've created it. Who's it for? I have a video to show you.
As an entrepreneur, you're either confidently taking your business to the next level or you're going nowhere fast. In fact, If you're like 95% of business owners, you're here in the area of inertia. You're playing your game alone with no plan, no clarity, and thinking too small. You don't know what you don't know. And despite working hard, you're not progressing. You keep getting the same underwhelming results, leaving money on the table and wasting precious time and effort. If you're in the building stages of your business, you're like Ramp Up Rachel. You're smart, motivated, and have a lot to offer your clients. You love what you do, but you feel you should be making more money. And truth be told, lately, you've been wondering if this is really what you were meant to be doing. If you're more established as an entrepreneur, you may relate to Leverage Larry. Making good money, but looking after so many clients, you're struggling to keep up. Instead of a business, you've created a JOB for yourself. Normally a high achiever, you're swamped by your to-do list and feel guilty about neglecting those who really matter to you. Or perhaps you have more in common with visionary Vicky. You make a very good living from your very successful business, but you're still working in it instead of running it like a CEO. You want to scale up to $1 million business that will endure, but your current infrastructure holds you back. If you're one of the 5% of truly successful entrepreneurs, on the other hand, you're here in the area of progress. These business owners are winning. They have systems, best practices, and strategies in place, which they work consistently and decisively, taking the necessary steps to raise their game. They have the right marketing and mindset, detailed step-by-step guidance, daily accountability, and the encouragement of a group of like-minded mentors and peers. They have a clear view of their next move and the confidence to take it. So, how do they do it? What is the missing structure in this diagram? By identifying your business life stage and joining the corresponding Client Attraction Business School track, you'll gain access to expert, high-level coaching, offering a unique curriculum based on your specific needs right now. You'll learn what to do and exactly how to do it, all with the support of other high-achieving entrepreneurs inspiring you to play a bigger game. And by implementing what you've learned right away, you'll likely recoup your investment within the first few months. Most make it back 2 to 3 times over, if not more. Take decisive action now and get the detailed knowledge and unconditional support you need to generate the income you want. Take your business to the next level and make a difference in the world. Fill out the Client Attraction Business School application to see which entrepreneurial profile you belong in and hand it in today.
Woohoo! Woohoo! As we are about to go on our dinner break, we will be giving you one of these. This is not yet. This is our program guide. Please read the success stories. Please read about the students. Please read about what sets us apart. In here, you will see that there are different tracks of the Client Attraction Business School. Why is that? Because a few years ago, we used to jumble up all entrepreneurs into one level. And you'd have people making $250,000 a year who are hanging out with people who are making $12,000 a year and teaching them the same stuff. Guess what? You don't need the same stuff. You need vastly different stuff. So look in here and read about the different stages. Look at who you are, what your issues tend to be, and what you need most right now. And you will figure out which track you belong in. I have an assignment for you tonight. I'm giving it to you now so you can work on it over dinner. It's the confidential application to the Client Attraction Business School. If it speaks to you to join us, fill it out and hand it in. This is a decisive, defining moment in your life. There is a fork in the road. This is an opportunity that many of you have asked for divinely. If it speaks to you, commit to your success today. We begin your program tomorrow. Orientation is tomorrow at lunch. Yes. We have some gifts, we have some assignments. Lunch is our treat. And you get to meet the other new members of the Client Attraction Business School you will be spending at least the next year with. You get to meet your tribe tomorrow at lunch. If you are not sure yet if this is speaking to you, please fill out this confidential application. It is your assignment either way, because I will ask you tomorrow morning some questions and to share what came up for you. Use this as a gap analysis. There are some questions in here that you will fill out that will have you see exactly how your business is right now, what's getting in the way, and where you need to be. Will you do your assignment? Yes. Say, yes, I will. Yes, I will. There are also some frequently asked questions. You may have questions that I haven't answered yet. I believe they are all in here. Say, I will read it. Okay, great. And I have a bonus gift worth $15,000. Would you like to spend a full day with me? Yes? You can. When you hand in your application today and by the latest tomorrow morning at the mid-morning break, you will receive a full day strategic planning session in Stamford, Connecticut, my treat, where we map out your entire 2015, your income acceleration plan, your marketing plan, what you're doing, okay? This is only for CAB students. Some of you have gotten a backstage pass to view it. Only CABS students can come. Are you excited? Okay. So here's how it works. If you know that you want to join us and you want me to see your application coming in right away, because I know that those who hand it in first are the people who are going to be more successful. Why? You tell me. Decisive action. They're committed. They're going to throw their whole self in, right? So grab it, come back, fill it out, and say, I'm ready. I'm committed. Bring it. Yeah? Yeah. Hand in your application, and you will join us for an orientation and celebration lunch tomorrow. I want to leave you with this before dinner. When you're simply interested, you do what's convenient and easy. You stay within your comfort zone. When you're committed, you do whatever it takes. I will see you back here at 7:30.